With over 100 years of heritage, Mercedes-Benz is not just the most valuable automotive brand in the world, but they also consider themselves the curator of the automotive industry. This, therefore, is the pinnacle of overland luxury. Say hello to the updated Mercedes-Maybach GLS 600. My name is AIMAN ABDULLAH. This is Malaysian Motoring, and let's take a look at a car that I'll never be able to afford. Now, being a Maybach model, the aesthetics on this car are a little bit over the top. So while we still have the same multi-beam LED units on either side, they now flank a Maybach upstanding chrome grille, which certainly looks even more imposing than what you get on the standard Mercedes-Benz GLS. And because this is a Maybach, this is the only SUV to have a bonnet badge, which I think looks very distinctive. Now, as part of this facelift, the grille has not only gotten larger, but they are now flanked by even more decorative design elements. The chrome trim, for example, is now wider and thicker than before, and the side intakes now come with a Maybach design on it, which look a little bit like the Louis Vuitton monogram design that we've seen in the past. All of this certainly makes it look a little bit different, a little bit more upmarket than what you get from the standard GLS. Now, behind this massive grille sits a 4-litre V8 bi-turbo engine, producing a whisker under 530 horsepower and now 770 Newton meters of torque. Mated to that is a 48-volt integrated starter generator, which is sandwiched between the engine and the 9-speed G-tronic automatic transmission. As a result, the new Mercedes-Maybach GLS 600 is not only more powerful than before, but is also more frugal, more environmentally friendly, and more importantly, smoother. Rolling stock in this particular car is handled by a set of 23-inch chrome alloy wheels wrapped in Pirelli P0 tires, which not only look fantastic, but should also provide the performance necessary in order to keep this car in check. On top of that, if you can make it out on camera, this car runs a two-tone paint scheme with a lovely deep red on the top and obsidian black on the bottom, making this a very distinctive looking vehicle indeed. Now, because again, this is the Maybach model, you get a lot more chrome on the side than you would normally. You get a lot more brushed chrome around the window surrounds, you get more chrome on the door handles as well as on the side scuffs themselves. And as you can see here, the Mercedes-Maybach also comes as standard with deployable side steps replete with the Maybach badging in order to make this car look a little bit more flash. Now, Mercedes-Benz Malaysia is keen to point out that this car will also come with puddle lights replete with the Maybach badging, just to add a little bit of a special touch, assuming that this Maybach badge here on the D-pillar isn't enough for you. Now, on the back of the Maybach GLS 600, you get even more chrome Maybach badging here on the left side. You also get this lovely piece of chrome trim which connects the reflectors from one end of the bumper to the other, which I think make it look rather spectacular. There are also a set of exhaust exits back here to allow that 4-litre V8 to breathe. Now, behind this tailgate, you will find that you have lost the third row of seats. The Maybach GLS instead comes exclusively as a 4-seater here in Malaysia. As a result, this rear end is now covered with a piece of leather, a leather parcel shelf, in order to minimize the amount of noise ingress from the luggage area into the cabin. On top of that, you will also find a little box back there intruding into the luggage space, which we will touch on a little bit later. Now, the interior of this Maybach GLS certainly feels like a more upmarket experience, because while the Mercedes-Benz GLS 450 was already very plush, in here everything is just dialed up a little bit further. For example, the leather used in here is now of a softer, higher quality material, and the stitching just looks absolutely fantastic. This is all done by hand, mind you, as part of that near 2 million ringgit price tag. On top of that, all of the wood veneer is now done up in this beautiful sort of pinstripe wood, which looks absolutely fantastic. And I appreciate the fact that the pinstripes on the front of the dash actually line up perfectly with the air conditioning vents. That sort of attention to detail is precisely what your money is paying for. On top of that, because this is a Maybach, you get upgraded leather seats up here, replete with lovely leather quilting. And of course, you get a more exclusive design steering wheel with the Maybach badging on the bottom. Now, in terms of technology up here, everything is as you'd expect. There is a full color heads-up display, the twin 12.3-inch infotainment screens which run MBUX, replete with 4G functionality, which also means connectivity via the Mercedes-Me application. All of that is manipulated via the touch panel up here, which also comes with a few shortcut buttons for specific functions. And naturally, this car does come with air suspension, not only to improve ride quality, but also to improve off-road capability. Not that anyone is ever going to find that out. That said, however, it is noteworthy that this particular model also comes with the off-road functionalities all accessible through this panel here. Again, not that anybody's ever going to use them, but it's just interesting that they're there. But arguably, it is the experience in the rear half of the cabin that defines the Mercedes-Maybach GLS. As you can see, with this seat set up like this, I have acres of knee room, and I have an ottoman that comes up to support the backs of my legs in order to make sure that I am supremely comfortable. Now, obviously, with the wheelbase that this car offers and the degree of recline that this car offers, you may not be able to manipulate this car's functionality via the screen up ahead. So leaving that for entertainment functions, you have a tablet that sits here in order to manipulate, again, things like the climate control, this car's ventilated and heated rear seat, as well as the massage functions, among other things. You also get a wireless charging pad here for your smartphone, a couple of USB-C ports, as well as heated and cooled cup holders in order to maintain your beverages at just the right temperature. Speaking of beverages, this particular car comes as standard with a fridge back here. Now, I say this car because this is a cost option, but the customer that specified this one really wanted that. That's the box in the boot. And of course, you can also option this with things like champagne goblets should you want it. All of this, of course, coming with the replete with Maybach badging. I have to say that life back here is pretty sweet, and it is swaying me somewhat away from the Mercedes-Maybach S-Class. But I've always preferred saloons over SUVs, so. Now, being a flagship luxury Mercedes, the Mercedes-Maybach GLS comes chock full of active safety features, including things like active cruise control with traffic jam assist, blind spot monitoring, lane keep assist, a 360-degree camera, pedestrian warning, as well as various other functionalities, again, as you'd expect from a vehicle of this stature. Now, the Mercedes-Maybach GLS 600 is now available in Malaysia, ready for delivery with prices starting at a whisker under 2 million ringgit. That represents a near 1 million ringgit increase over the Mercedes GLS 450 4MATIC. But that said, Maybach represents the pinnacle of luxury to Mercedes-Benz, and to them, luxury really has no price tag. Let us know what you think about the Mercedes-Maybach GLS in the comment section below. Do you think this is a convincing luxury machine? Is this something that will tempt you out of a full-size luxury limousine? We'd like to hear from you. In any case, that concludes our launch coverage of the Mercedes-Maybach GLS 600. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon so you're notified every time we make a new upload. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All the links are in the description below, including the link to join our new WhatsApp channel, so you'll never miss an update from us. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Take care and stay safe.